Hi, this is Bob Kay from Biker Pros, and I'm here with Bill Davidson today. We're in Daytona Beach for 2012 Bike Week. We're at the Harley Event Center here, and we have a ride-in show going on that's sponsored with American Iron Magazine. We have over 120 bikes today. It's a great turnout. It's beautiful weather. So, anything you notice about the bike show, Bill?
Well, it's always neat to see some beautiful Harley-Davidsons all come together for one great event, and it sure is happening here today. The antiques, the customs, the touring bikes, the Softails, the Dynas, the Sportsters, they're all here, and people are having a great time.
You know, I had a little chance, just did an interview with your father. We were talking about, growing up as a third-generation Harley rider. Well, you're a fourth-generation Harley rider, so tell us a little bit about what that was like, growing up with bikes all around you and attending these kind of events, probably as your vacation.
Yeah, it truly was a vacation, and I've been very fortunate. This is something I truly love, and it's been a part of my life since day one. And I was able to fortunately join the company in 1984, and I have loved every second of it. It's great to come to events like this where we can mingle with our customers and shake hands and sign a few autographs, take a lot of photos. It's really, we love it. And we love riding as well, so it's great to be down here. Although Milwaukee right now is 70 degrees today, so we could be riding back home, but typically it's about 30, and our bikes are put away, so it's always fun to come down to Daytona.
You talk a little bit about the diversity of all the different types of bikes we have here today, and there's, of course, all different kind of riders. And Harley has been supportive of that individualism and customization for years. So is there any comments you have on what you've seen in terms of the riders and enthusiasts here today?
Well, what's really neat about our brand is you have the capability as an individual to customize your ride the way you want to make it. So you really individualize your motorcycle, make it one of a kind. And through the products we offer, our motorcycles, our accessories, and some creativity, you can come up with some beautiful, we call them rolling sculpture.
They truly are. I mean, everybody talks about the motorcycles, the custom motorcycles being works of art. And Harley has just a fantastic history. They can really teach a lot of companies about how important the preservation of your history is. And even though we've gone through the 100th anniversary, it's still a very young industry, the motorcycle industry, compared to a lot of industries out there. But we now have a great museum in Milwaukee, and I understand that you're involved with that. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on at the museum?
Well, I'm very proud and honored to be in charge of our museum. I work with a wonderful team back in Milwaukee that helps orchestrate all the events and really make sure it's running in top class. And it truly is a top class, world class facility. It's the only Harley-Davidson museum in the world with a motorcycle from every single year that we've been in business. We have one of the original 1903s, and it goes all the way through the production until our current model year 2012. So it is the biggest collection in the world of unrestored Harley-Davidsons. And the reason most of them are unrestored is the process in which the founders started back in the early 1900s was to take a new motorcycle off the assembly line and just put it on the side. Yeah. And what's so intriguing about that is their foresight to see that one day these may be of value. And there were no plans back then to have a museum. In fact, our museum we opened up in July of 2008 in connection with the 105th anniversary. So it was just this great foresight, and it's such a thrill to finally take this treasure, this collection of these unbelievable Harley-Davidsons and put them on display for the public.
Milwaukee truly is the homeland for any Harley enthusiast. In the middle of the heart of America, the heartland, I call it. And we have this Milwaukee rally that's going on. I know it's still in young stages and everything, and it's kind of a lot of that's built around the museum. I do work with the AMD World Championship and the Ultimate Builder, and we've been really appreciative of Harley-Davidson, your graciousness and your help with supporting us as we kind of expose more people to the world of custom bikes. And this year, we're joining forces to have a show at the museum. We're going to have a two-day AMD Affiliate Championship along with a traditional museum show. So we're real excited about that. Can you give us a little background on what Harley's thinking and in the future of what's going to go on at the Milwaukee Rally?
Well, I'll tell you that the custom bike show at the museum it's fairly young. We've done it for 3 years, and it has such great opportunity to become the custom bike show around the world. And we started talking about this with some of my team members, and I really did say, hey, Harley-Davidson is known for custom motorcycles around the world. We should have the best custom motorcycle show in the world at the Harley-Davidson Museum. So we went to the experts, AMD, and it's been a great partnership, and I think the expertise that both Harley-Davidson and AMD brings to the picture, we are going to have a first-class custom bike show Labor Day weekend in conjunction with the Milwaukee Rally. I cannot wait. I think it's going to be absolutely fabulous.
Well, and I know you're aware of it, but being right there in Milwaukee, you're right in the center of all the custom bike building activity. You do get people that go off to the West Coast or come to Florida for Daytona, and of course there's Sturgis and everything, but there's a lot of traveling going on. Some of the top builders in the country live in that area, so I'm looking forward to the kind of turnout we're going to have at the museum. Now, is there going to be some other activities going on during this Milwaukee Rally this year in Labor Day?
Well, our dealers from the Milwaukee area have events at their dealerships. There's 4 local Milwaukee area dealers, Harley-Davidson dealers. We have our facilities there, our engine plant, certainly our headquarters, Juneau Avenue. The museum, in addition to the bike show, obviously the museum will be open. You got to come and see the collection. That's phenomenal as well. So there's going to be happenings all over the city, and one thing about Milwaukee is they love Harley-Davidson. And when the city officials and the city planners and the local businesses hear that there's Harley-Davidson riders coming to Milwaukee, they really open up their arms and do quite a bit for the riders, and they love it.
Well, that really is exciting. Over the years, we've all seen the changes and the perception and the acceptance of the motorcycle riders, and we talked a little bit how things have changed from the early riders in the teens and the 20s and 30s who were actually very conservative, only uniform type apparel that they wore all the time, until after World War II, when they became a little more rebellious after the war and kind of wanted to strip down their bikes and get out and ride a little bit. And now, like you already said, we get to see such a great diversity, but we've gone through some times where getting into the areas has been a little bit of a challenge, and now Daytona is working with us. Sturgis is happy to see the bikers. It's just a great group of people, especially the Harley enthusiasts. And to be back in Milwaukee, I think it's going to be a fantastic time. So back to Daytona now. We've been here for a few days. The weather is beautiful. What other things do we have going on here besides the bike show today?
Well, the company really, if you will, rolls out the red carpet. It's great to be with all of our fans, our enthusiasts, our customers from around the world. And so we bring all of our displays of our parts and accessories, the motorcycles, our CVO motorcycles, our clothing. We also have a fleet of motorcycles out at the Speedway, the famous Speedway where the 200-mile race takes place. And we give demo rides during the course of the day, and it's fun to go out there to see the number of people that are taking the Harleys out for a test ride. It's fantastic. So there's a lot going on. Our dealer here, the Rossmeyers, they've been really helpful, and they've got a big happening out at Destination Daytona, as well as their dealership here across the street from our exhibits. So it's just a lot of happenings. I talked to a customer about an hour ago when I was having lunch, and he said, Bill, this is my first time here, and he said, there's so much going on. I just want to take it all in, but I don't know how I'm going to be able to.
Oh, I understand that challenge. You know, it's really great. This passion that Harley-Davidson enthusiasts have is certainly fueled by Harley-Davidson. It's no accident of Harley's success. We appreciate the preservation of the history, the continued support, and you taking the time out to talk with us today. Thank you very much, Bill.
You're very welcome. It's my pleasure, and we appreciate everybody's support. That's what makes this great brand, and we're going to keep it going for a long, long time to come.